Hey guys, welcome to today's training. I am super excited about this training today because what I have found on my journey over the past 2 years that really 80 to 90% of my success and the other people that I see on my team creating success, the majority of what it comes down to is really our mindset. And all of you on here today, I feel that you probably know the how-tos. We all have the how-tos. We have so much training. We have so many systems. We literally have everything there to guide you through the how-tos of this business. So we're not missing the how-tos. I really feel that the gap sometimes for people does just come down to their mindset and their self-belief. And that can be a huge block for many people. And I know that for my first 34 years of my life, it was a massive block and prevented me from having the success that I deserved and prevented me from utilizing the potential that deep down I knew was inside of me if I could move through all the BS noise in my head. So, and I also know that a lot of the coaching that Adam and I do throughout the week, you know, we spend many hours coaching team. And once again, the majority of what we're coaching on is not the how-to stuff. It's setting up a mindset for success. And as you grow as a person, I truly believe that your growth as a person will reflect in your business. And in order for your business to grow, you have to be willing to grow every single step along the way. And that's something that I consciously asked myself with every single goal that I set, every step that I took up the ladder in my business. I knew that it required me to dig deep and ask myself where I needed to grow in order for my business to grow. So I really hope to set that intention for you guys, that you are willing to show up for yourself, that you know that you're worthy of the challenge. And yes, this business and life does throw challenges, but the beauty of getting to the other side of them, the growth that you go through, is that you become a stronger person, a wiser person, a more grounded person. And if you take that journey in this business, it will reflect in every area of your life. And the person that I've been able to become over the last 2 years, because I've faced my challenges and my fears, for me, that's the greatest reward from this business, not the financial revenue, but the growth I've had as a person, because nobody can ever take that away from me. So I have lined up, I am not the expert on personal growth, but I have lined up one of my dear friends, Corina, to come help us with that because I'm just winging it all the time. And there's no doubt when I look in my life, Corina is for sure one of the people who have had the most profound impacts on my journey as a person and my growth as a person. Not only is she just an amazing woman, she has spent the last, 10 or 15 years in personal development, immersing herself in it, spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on it, countless hours. She is a coach for Tony Robbins, which is very rare and hard to achieve. And she has spent years and money and time investing selflessly in order to become one of those coaches. So she is more than qualified to help us today. So I'm just going to get out of the way and hand it over to Corina. If I can spotlight you. There we go. Got you.
Thanks so much, Kira. I'm so excited to be on the call with you guys. I really am. I'm so excited to be in Team Freestyle and I guess Team Boss Babe. That's your team? Is that your team? Yeah, Team Boss Babe, right? Yes. But mostly because to be on this journey with a whole bunch of people like you guys, which is every single one of you on this call, if you are here right now, or whether you're watching the recording later, it means that you want something more for your life. It means that you've decided that the daily grind from 9 to 5, you want more than just that, more just than watching TV every single night, which, who doesn't love TV? But the reality is, if you want to achieve your goals and dreams, you need to do something different if you want to have more than the rest of the average population. So I guess I want to start with just honoring and respecting you for your time. I massively respect you for showing up, and I'm going to do my best to give you massive value right now. So I spent, over 12 years. I studied psychology at university. I've spent 12 years on myself and the personal development space. And I can tell you this 100% for sure. It doesn't matter what your challenge is or where you start from in life, whether you started off life with a silver spoon in your mouth or whether you started with really bad struggles, what we would consider bad. You can really have the dream life that you want, and it all comes back to one thing. Mostly, I say one thing, is beliefs, because 80% of the success in your life comes from the beliefs that you have. I have worked with thousands of people over the 12 years with every single kind of traumatic experience possible, and the ones who have overcome their challenge are the ones who have wanted to overcome their challenge more than they've had the desire to stick and stay in the place that they were at. So if you're on this call right now, what I'm asking you to do is take a look at yourself. And I have no judgment of where you are, and I hope you have no judgment of yourself, because for as long as you have judgment about where you're at, you're not going to be able to move forward because you'll be too stuck in judgment. So this is a place where you just get to be calm and centered right now and just be neutral. Don't judge yourself for what you have or what you haven't achieved, comparing yourself to other people and how fast they're going. This is your opportunity to go, great. What is it that I want to strive for? What is the goal that I want to achieve in this business? And I wonder how, I'm just going to change the view so I can see your hands. I want to know how many of you have actually created a vision for your dream life. Can you put your hands up? I've got a bunch of you on this, on that, whatever that view is where I can see little grids. Okay, great. So if you haven't put your hand up, you need to do that. And one of the great ways that shows up is a vision board. I think Kira's talked about her vision boards many times. A dream is just a dream. It's nothing else but a dream and an idea until you put it down in paper. Whether it's your vision board and then have your goals written down. So if you haven't started with that, we're not going to go into creating a vision board right now, but you need to have actually written down what's your dream, what's your ultimate vision for your life. Because I guarantee you, if you don't write down what your ultimate dream and your ultimate vision is, you'll end up with something, and it won't be something that you've created. It'll be something that's just filled up your time. Because just with the show of hands, how many of you know that things pop up every single week in your life that you didn't plan? Put your hands up. Me too. How many know that before the day is finished, a whole bunch of extra things are going to pop into your day that, again, you didn't plan for? Right, me too. And so unless you're specific and deliberate about what you want your day, your week, your month, your year, and your life to be about, it's going to be filled up with other things that are not important, that are going to be time wasting. Even as random as who gets caught in the trap at the end of the night. We all know what the high paying activities are in this business, but you're just doing this, the thumbs up, the scroll. It's almost like the thumb of death. In Apple, on my laptop, I call it the wheel of death when the spinning wheel shows up. But really, this is the wheel of death, is the thumb of death in our business. Because when you just do this all the time, you're not doing one of the high-paying activities, and it can easily go from 5 minutes to 15 or 20 minutes before you know it. And that's 20 minutes you can't get back in your life. You can't get back. That's a moment you could have been spending taking care of your health, being with your loved ones, playing with your child, or taking care of yourself. I don't know, maybe have a bath. Enjoy a bath with some candles, but something more deliberate. So this call really is about you deliberately choosing how you want to spend your life. So if you are in front of a computer or a desk right now and you have a paper and pen, I want you to grab your pencil right now. And we're going to start with, what's your story? Let's start with the first question being, have you created a vision for what you want this business to be? So ideally, if you're not driving or you're not doing some chores out and about right now, your head should be looking down. And you're really writing, what's my dream? What's my vision in this business? And be specific about it, how much would I like to earn? Like, I have a 5-year vision in this business, and it's quite big. 5 years, in 5 years, because we also have other businesses in our life that we take care of. But in 5 years, I'd like to be at $500,000. What's your vision? Put down a number to it, even if it's scary. What's your vision? How many people would you like to have? How many 100 club do you want to be? And then what's your dream and your vision for this year? What's wonderful is it's only July. So you have 5 more months till the end of the year. Or you could say this is the beginning of the new financial year, which is even better, because when it's the beginning of something, how much can you achieve when you create your new goals and plans, which is what you're doing right now? You have 11 months to go, wow, what can I create in the year?
And it's perfect for conference next year too. The financial year lines up with conference.
Oh, wonderful. So what would you like to be by conference time next year? And also write down, because some of us are motivated by moving towards when you know what your goal is, but sometimes you're motivated also by what you don't want. So where do you not want to be this time next year by conference? You know, if there's a figure, what's an amount of, like, let's say you want to have an extra $50,000 of earnings in your bank account, or $100,000 of earnings. So let's say you want to earn an extra $10,000 in your bank account every month by conference next year. Well, why is that a must for you? I want to know why it's not just an idea that's fluffy and nice, but why is it a must for you? Like, who will this impact? And start with yourself. What difference will it make in your life if you achieve that goal? What will you benefit? What can you experience? What's a gift that you can, and if gift is not your thing, what's an experience? What's something that you can have to celebrate when you achieve that goal next year? And when you finish writing, give me a nod or a thumbs up. Why is it a must for, you know, who are you taking care of? Who do you want to take care of in your life? Have you got children on the way? Do you one day want to have children? Or, you know what, maybe you're done with children because yours are all grown up, or you're never going to have any, but who else do you want to take care of? What's your vision, your big vision in this life? Because I can tell you, if you make this vision about yourself and then more than yourself, do we do more for others than we do for ourselves? And I think for most of us, the answer is yes. We'll always end up doing more to help others because sometimes we forget about ourselves along the way. But if you're deliberate about making this goal for you and for the people that you love and the people you want to touch, it makes it easier for you to make it happen every single day. And then what will you not tolerate? What will you not tolerate? Is it lazy behavior? Is it not showing up by yourself? Is it you getting stuck in, I'm going to use some swear words now, some shitty stories, some shitty beliefs? And so the next part comes back to, what's your story? You know, who here likes movies? Put your hands up if you like a movie. Just some of you. Who likes a good movie? We all like different movies. Whatever what your genre is of movies, but movies take us on a journey. And all it is a story. We all have a story, and some of you have consciously chosen the story of your life, but some of you have just accepted your story, whether that was from your family, from your past circumstances, from your school, from your friends. What's your story? So when you come back to Juice Plus in this business, what has your story up until this moment, right now, today, been about? Don't think about the future right now. I want you to actually write down, what's your story been about Juice Plus? Has Juice Plus been something that you've just done on the side? Is Juice Plus just a part-time thing and you're happy with just earning $5 or $10 or $20,000 a month? What's your story about Juice Plus? Is your story that Juice Plus, the business, is hard? Or is it easy? Or is it somewhere in between? You know, do you have a story around that some of the things are really easy, but some of the things are hard, and the things that are hard you don't avoid doing? Whether that's posting or messaging, or you don't have any time. I'd love for some of you, maybe I could hear, you can unmute yourself or something. I'd love to hear just a few people or type, what's your story been so far about this business?
Hold on a minute.
Hello, I'm Donna.
Hi, Donna. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, that's nice.
What's your story been?
My story is that I feel that it's in between between easy and hard.
Mm-hmm.
But my main thing is reaching out to people, or lack of confidence, mainly face-to-face, and also social media is reaching out to people that I don't know. And that's where I'm finding it a big challenge.
Great. So can I ask you, and this is relevant to every single one of you, because whether it's maybe you have the same problem with the lack of confidence, maybe your stumbling block is social media, but maybe it's a different area in this business. You can ask the same questions for yourself in that area. What is it that you believe or say to yourself that gives you the lack of confidence?
I'm not worthy.
Great.
I'm not good enough.
Yep.
That I'm not deserving.
So if you're, for anyone not speaking, just mute. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, and I'm not deserving.
Yeah. Marco.
And can I go to what are your beliefs are about social media?
My beliefs with social media is that nobody's going to like my posts, and people aren't reaching out to me. I just feel crap about it all. Like, I just feel that I'm not worthy of success, and that I feel just feel like that I shouldn't be in it. That's
right.
My main thing.
Great. And it's Donna, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that so
That's
honestly and being brave, because I guarantee you there are people on here right now, people listening to this, who have the same or similar beliefs. So we'll come back to the basic ones first, which is that I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, and I'm not deserving. The truth is every single human being has the fear of not being enough in some version. The language might be different, the wording you use might be a little bit different, of not being enough and not being loved. Every single human being. And I guarantee you, whether it's Deepak Chopra or Tony Robbins or Joe Dispenza or Oprah Winfrey, with goodness gracious, how many people has she impacted in her life? And yet I'm sure she still wakes up days going, I'm not worthy or I'm not good enough. So I want you to know, first of all, that you're not alone, Donna, that those beliefs, that we all have moments when we have those beliefs. But I want to ask you this. Is it the truth that you're not good enough? Good enough for what? What is it that you're not good enough for?
Sorry, Donna, you have to bring yourself off mute again.
I just feel that I'm not good enough for anything or anybody.
Okay. Perfect. And I say perfect not because of, here's the thing I want you to get about this. When we first use something called I am statements, that's called an identity belief. That means you are attaching your belief to you, right? And so when you say, I'm not good enough, then here's what the mind does. If I say to you right now, look around you, look around your room right now, wherever you are, and see if you can see the color red. Look around, look around, look around. Yes. Color red. Great. Have you found something that's red in your room? Anything?
Yes. Yeah.
Have some of you found something that may not even be red, but is kind of similar to red, and you're like, yeah, that's red. Donna, did you find something that's not even proper red? But
yes.
Yes. Because when you direct your mind to something and your eye, it's really powerful. It will find what you are looking for.
Yeah.
So if your belief is that you're not good enough at anything, you will find ways to validate that story.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we're so clever. We can actually manifest whatever we want. But goodness me, if your beliefs aren't sound and if you actually haven't had a look at your beliefs, you're going to have a really shitty experience at life. Because I want to ask you, Donna.
Yes.
Just keep yourself off mute. Is it really true that you're not good at anything? Tell me, is that really true?
No.
Tell me 3 things that you're good at right now.
Cooking.
Great.
Connecting with people.
Mm-hmm. You're good at connecting with people? I'm sorry, I think you just said you're good at connecting with people. Okay, great. What else are you good at? One more.
Holding a conversation.
You're good at holding a conversation. I love this. So I want you to get very quickly shifted from I'm not good at anything to you're good at cooking, you're good at connecting, and you're good at holding conversations. Now, I want to ask you, how good are you at, if you're going to look at that list of cooking, connecting, and holding conversation, give yourself a number from 1 to 10. If 1 is a little bit and 10 is a lot, how good would you say that you're at cooking, connecting, or holding a conversation?
For cooking, 10 out of 10.
Ooh, I'm coming to your house for dinner.
Connecting with people, holding a conversation.
Yes.
I would say a 7.
Yes.
And what was the other one? Sorry.
Oh, connecting with people.
Connecting with people on a good day.
Yes.
Is a 7.
Great. Can I ask you, what makes a good day for you?
Reaching out to people, and especially face to face. That's a really awesome day.
Wow, wonderful. So I want everyone to get this, that we all have beliefs and we make statements and then we feel those statements and those statements become our reality. And when you actually say, when you say something is true, something you want to question if it's not a good belief, because who wants to hold on a crap belief? Tell me if you really want to hold on to a crap belief. No one stuck their hand up. No. So you can just as easily choose to hold on to a bad belief as you can choose to have a great belief. But you have to choose deliberately, because if you don't choose consciously, the crappy one's just going to be in charge of your day.
Okay.
So every day it's about putting yourself in a great frame of mind. And when you see a bad belief come up, you need to say to yourself, is that really true? Is that really true? So it's a great question to ask yourself. When you're on there with your team or a new person and they're stuck in their story, is that really true? You want to create possibility in your mind. Again, because your mind will always go to the automatic answer that's there unconscious. And if you haven't trained your mind to focus on great beliefs and have a great attitude and use great language, then what's the default?
Yeah.
It's going to go back to those basic human fears that you have, Donna, that every single one of us has, that I have. And so you want to create possibility, but you also want to create doubt when you have a belief of, I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
Is that really true?
No.
Next time you say to yourself, I'm not worthy or I'm not deserving, ask yourself, is that really true?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Tell me, what do you know to be true? What are you worthy of?
Are you asking me the question? Yeah. I'm worthy of everything. Worthy of success. Worthy of life. Yeah, I'm worthy of everything.
What would you have to remember for you to know that you're worthy of success and life and everything? Would you have to remember about you, about life? What would you have to remember?
Me.
Remember what about you?
That I am deserving. I am worthy.
Why? Why are you deserving? Why are you worthy?
I can't answer that.
What if you could? What if you could? Is everybody deserving? When you're a baby and you're born into this life, is everybody deserving of love?
Yes, most definitely.
Absolutely. Do you have a little one? What's your little one's name?
That's my grandson, and his name's Marco.
Marco. Is he deserving of love?
Yes.
Is he worthy of having everything that Marco is going to dream of one day? Once he's father? Is he?
Yes.
Why? Why is Marco?
Because he was put on this earth for that.
For
love, care, nurturing. He's deserving of everything because he's worth it.
Because he's worth it. Did he have to do anything to be worth it?
No, nothing at all.
So you're saying just because you're born, you're worthy?
I feel you are.
Perfect. And I think that's true for all humanity. Mm-hmm. So I want you all to apply that sentence to yourself. If you have those fears, which we all do, the only way that you get to be in your power and in your truth is to ask yourself, really, what's the truth? Find yourself out saying something that's unresourceful, and unresourceful is anything that limits you or holds you back. Ask yourself, what's the truth? Is that really true? And then come back to, what's the truth about every single one of us? We're all worthy. We're all deserving. And every day, until you truly believe it at your core, you need to practice that. Because the mind is designed to keep you safe. It's not designed for you to be adventurous and take risks and go jump out of buildings and to, is it easier for you just to stay in your home every day and hang out with the 5 people that you know and the 5 friends you've already made than it is to go out there and make new connections and new relationships with people that you haven't even met yet? It is. But which one is more fulfilling?
Connecting with other people.
Great.
Making new friends.
Great. And so that's true for every single one of us. So I want you all now to really write down now, what is your new story? I know that you wrote down before what your story was about this up until this point. So for maybe some of you, like Donna, it's been, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving. I want you to write down now, what's the truth about who you are and why you've been put here on this earth. I don't know what you believe in, whether you believe in God, something, you have a spiritual belief, or you believe in something higher. Or maybe you believe, like my husband says, we're all going to be worm food one day. Well, if you're going to be worm food and there's nothing else thereafter, well, at least what are you going to do while you're here? What's your purpose? Why have you been put here on this planet in this short time? What are you going to do? And then write down what that means for your story for Juice Plus. What are you committed to doing? What's your vision? How many people do you want to have in your team? What do you want to create for people? You know, for me, what juices me up is I want to create financial freedom for people. I had beautiful, hardworking parents. We migrated to Australia when I was a 7-year-old, and my parents had a very, what you would call, successful life. We had a great life in Austria, and they came over here because my dad had a dream. He wanted to live with palm trees in his backyard. Austria is beautiful. Where I grew up is beautiful. It's Alps, it's mountains, it's snow in summertime, it's picking berries in summer. Like it's amazing. But he went, I want to have palm trees in my backyard and live somewhere warm. So he came over here. But he had to be bold enough to have a dream and then take the step. But it started with the belief first.
Yeah.
So what's your belief? What's your dream? What's your vision for this Juice Plus business? Who do you want to impact? What's your message? So, Donna, I want to hear what's your message. What do you say you're great at connecting and you're great at holding conversations? Why is Juice Plus going to make a difference to somebody else's life?
Because I can show them a better way and a healthier way to live and to dream again. I can change their lives. Like, I've been on the products for nearly 18 months, but 2015 in October, I was actually going to commit suicide. I did not want to be here. We lost Dad 18 years ago to leukemia, and I wanted to be reunited with him. That's the, and I know that the products could have saved his life. So that's and that's why I want to impact as many lives as possible. So
great. So I love that you have this incredible motivation now, and that you came from. Do you know that are there other people in pain like the way you were in pain in the past?
Yes.
Great. Are there people right now getting sick or who don't even know they have cancer yet, for example?
Yes.
And that this could make a difference too?
Oh, a big bloody difference.
Great. So now let's take it from the wishy-washy idea of I want to make an impact. Yes. I want to know, what's your commitment?
Doing the 5 high-paying activities.
But why is it a must? I want to know why it's a must. So
because that's my drive. I have to do it.
I
must.
What must you do? I want to know what you must do. Why?
Reach out to people because I can show them another way and a healthier way, and that it is possible.
How certain are you that this could or can change someone's life?
100%.
How do you know? I want to know what makes you believe 100% that this business or this product can change somebody's life.
Because what it's done for me and the business, what it's done for me, myself, and what it can do for other people.
Perfect. So every time you get stuck, and this is true for every single one of you, whatever your stumbling block is for you in the past, up until this moment, whether it was reaching out to people, whether it's having conversations, start with, first of all, it's all you're doing, and I love this, Adam and Kira do this so well, they're just connecting with people. They genuinely are just connecting with people. But when you start that foundation with a belief of, I'm connecting with people, but I believe that this can change people's lives.
Yeah.
If you come with that certainty, people will want to join your business.
Yeah.
And when you connect with why you want to do this, and if you're going to use your dad's story as a legacy,
yes.
Anytime you find yourself getting fearful, go, damn it, I don't want another person to have to go through what I had to go through because my dad died from leukemia.
Okay.
And you use that as your motivation. Use your pain as inspiration. My dad died of cancer. What I love, it took 3 years because he decided and did a healthy living And to me, that was validation that if you make great healthy choices, you can have an incredible quality of life beyond what Western medicine says is possible. And I use that as my inspiration. I know for a fact, 100%, that if you make healthy choices, you have a chance to having a better quality of life. I can't guarantee it, but you have a greater chance. And that's worth bringing people on my team for. You have the possibility to extend people's lives. I mean, you remind yourself of this, or you have the possibility to save children from pain, whether it's self-esteem issues around their health or their weight. You have the possibility to impact that so they have great self-belief from a young age. They don't have to go through those tumultuous years where in their teenage years they're already self-conscious. Well, don't make health and weight be an issue for them. Create those healthy habits now. Like, you can change what you have in your hands, or the business has the opportunity. Some people aren't motivated by health, but some people are motivated by financial freedom. It doesn't matter which way you get here, whether it's through the product or whether it's through the income or the community. Whichever bit excites people, you have the ability to impact them on a massive level, but you really have to believe that. And if you are not 100% certain about what this business or what this product can do for others, then people won't want to join you on the journey, because they will feel your fear. They will feel your doubt, your disbelief. So come back to, what do you know to be true? What has this product done for you? Get back to the basics. What's it done for you? What's it done for your family? Write down your answers. Why are you excited about this? I want to know your reasons. Somebody else, share with me, what are your reasons about why you're excited about Juice Plus or this business? Anyone? Maybe you're not excited. In which case, we'll just end the call. Bye. Why are you excited? I want to hear.
Hi.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Marcel. How you doing?
Hi, Marcel.
I'm excited because for me, it's like looking down a whole new corridor with 1,000 different doors that was hiding behind one door. So it's like I'm standing at the front of basically Alice in Wonderland, and it's wherever I'm going to choose to go or door to choose. And if that one's maybe not right, I can jump straight out and go find another. Because there's just 1,000 doors there of opportunity with this business that I think is so exciting. You know, there's a thought or a whim that I can get even from our chat today that might make me fly 1,000 miles ahead, and that could really suit me today or this week or this month or this year. Yeah. And then when I need another one, there's so many that are still there that are feeding into this huge big tree that I can literally just take from when I want. That makes sense.
And what is it that you want?
Well, how long have we got?
in 30 seconds or less.
What do I want? Health, wealth, freedom, and a whole heap of belief for myself, my family, and everybody else that I impact.
Perfect. So knowing already from the short time we've had together, what are some of the great beliefs that you have about you and this business?
Nothing's holding me back.
Which means what?
So from joining in January, I can sit here like anybody else and give 1 trillion million excuses why I can't or I couldn't, or perhaps I should delay. Hang on, I'm pregnant again. Oh my God, I can't do this right now. But why the hell shouldn't I? What really is holding me back? Because at the end of the day, it's only me. So I can still be, we found out in April we're pregnant with our 3rd baby, for example, which was a huge surprise. We thought we were done, dusted and finished.
That happened to me on my 4th. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So literally my whole belief was, hang on, I can sit here and go, oh my God, I'm going to be too busy and I can't handle this, and I run 3 businesses already and I do uni, and, you know, I'm the girl that never says no and jumps at every opportunity. So I can literally say, hang on, no, and listen to my mum saying, why are you taking on too much? Stop doing this, make your husband do more, all those answers. But at the end of the day, if I want it, then I need to stand up and go and do it.
Perfect. And can I ask, when you do something that you want in your life for you, how do you feel?
Empowered again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as a mum, you lose that a little bit, which is a little bit sad, to be honest. I think we open this door of just giving and giving and giving to these little people around us, which is beautiful, and I love every minute of. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge nurturing mum. But I don't believe we should always lose ourselves either. And pre-kids, I was, very career-driven, and I had an energy and spark that lived and loved with, everything I gave out, I got back. So as a mum, it sort of felt like I lost that a little bit. So by literally turning around in January, deciding, no, hang on, I'm going to stand back up, still be a mum, but still do this. And then interestingly fell pregnant again. It was a little bit like a test, yeah. I think. So for first probably 4 weeks, I thought, whoa. And then I literally thought, no, of course I can do this. So yeah, I think that's the exciting part that I have found with embracing this business and this whole concept and idea is literally there is a corridor of 1,000 doors in front of me, or infinity number of doors in front of me, and I can literally open every one and enter every one. It's now up to me to choose, rather than just looking down the corridor of a tiny little life of what, work, raise kids, retire, or hope to retire, and have a holiday every now and then type of idea. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Marcella. It's beautiful. I loved your metaphor. And I want to bring this back to all of you, which is, first of all, I want you to notice what kind of language that Marcel used. And Marcel had a beautiful metaphor about what this business was. She was like Alice in Wonderland, but you could see Alice in Wonderland and the beginning of the story and go, oh my gosh, here's this little girl who was in overwhelm, who didn't know what decision to make. She was so uncertain. She didn't know where to go and how to find her path. Or you could look at the same ways that half is, is this half 2/3 full, or is it 1/3 empty? It's that same metaphor with Alice in Wonderland, is deciding of, are you going to be overwhelmed by choices, or are you going to say, wow, this is liberating, this is my freedom? The language that you use creates your reality. And so, obviously you don't want to be like a robot and always being forceful and forcing yourself into action and always being controlling. This is not about control. And you can't be successful at anything long-term through control. This is about exciting yourself to your vision, to who you want to help, because people are going to be affected by your excitement. They're going to join your tribe by what vibe you're giving off. And if you're in your positive, powerful, empowered state, they'll be attracted to that. So it comes back to creating a vision for you that's exciting. If you have a story now and you've written something down on paper, now's the time to make it juicy. What are some words or stories or metaphors that you can add to your story right now to make this be, a romance story, a comedy, an epic movie, so that you're compelled and excited every single day to go to work on this? Because it can be going to work, or it can be this fun thing where you're like, how's that song from the Snow White go? Hey ho, I'm off to work we go. You can make it be fun. Whatever you do, you can make it be fun, or you can make it be painful and hard. And so too with this business is deciding, well, what's my metaphor? Is this exciting, all the choices that I have, or is this something I'm going to be afraid of? So write a juicy story now that lights you up. For me, Juice Plus is all about travel and freedom. I love travel. Travel is my favorite thing in the world. And if I can have, if I can add an extra holiday to my life every single year, why wouldn't I do Juice Plus? Why wouldn't I give people the opportunity to have a holiday every single year? Like, that excites me. What excites you? And then it comes back to the daily stuff. So it's very easy to get excited by big picture vision, but how can you make your day be exciting? And that comes back to your why. If you're doing this for the memory of your dad that passed away from cancer, or you're doing this because you want to help make healthy homes, every day you want to read that little story, that little blurb that you've written right now about why you want to do this, and reconnect to that. So that when you start the day, like every time before I do a coaching call, I write notes. Every single time. Like every time. Every time I go to the gym, and multiple times a week, I ask myself, why am I doing this? Because I'm going to show up. I may as well show up with all of me making the most of my time. I may as well show up and set myself up to win. If I'm going to get on a 3-way G, I want to be feeling connected, heart-centered, and in a positive state. If 2 seconds earlier my child was screaming, I still have a 3-year-old at home, or I was stressed about taxes, or I had a meeting, or I had a disagreement with my husband, well, I need to shake that off. Because again, every single moment you have the opportunity to get more out of the moment just by how you feel. And how you feel is changed by what you focus on, what your beliefs are. And so you can change that very easily by playing a great song. You know, type right now what your favorite song is. You know, whether that's something from the 80s or the 90s, I want to see what your favorite power song is right now. One that you hear it puts you in a great state. Just Like Fire, Pink, beautiful. What else? What's your favorite power song? I'm Not Afraid by Eminem. Love that one. What else? Sierra. Not sure that is it Sia? Maybe, I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look into that. Happy by Pharrell. I'm so happy. Me too. I love that one. And you know, it's as simple as putting on a song. Whether it's before you're about to go, if you know today's the day that you're going to go out to the shops and connect with people, or you're about to go to even something as simple as school pickup or school drop-off where you're going to be in contact with a bunch of mums, you want to put on a song like Happy and put yourself in a good state before you go there, because they're going to be attracted to that energy. And if you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Put yourself in a good state. Sometimes, who here sometimes finds cooking to be annoying or stressful or something like that? Because how many times a day do you do it? And, you know, you have to feed yourself every single day, and maybe you're feeding a tribe every single day. So one of the easy things that I do to get in the state so that I feel good is I put on great music while I'm chopping and I'm cooking. And if that means my children get annoyed by my song choice, that's okay. I'm like, go do something else or go play somewhere else. Or we do little dance-a-thons. We like break out in little dances. But here's the thing. You have to do things physically to put yourself in a good state, whether that's get to the gym and exercise, whether that's putting on good songs or eating good food, because we all know that if you make poor food choices, you're going to get a sugar crash. You need to do the physical component to put yourself in the best place possible, as well as you need to do the identity and belief statements. So every day you need to start the day with some morning questions to put yourself in a great state. And some morning questions will be, what am I most excited about in my life right now? Write that one down. What am I most proud of in my life right now? And then we have an expert on here today, Ange Simpson, who had the gratitude challenge that we all got to be a part of every single day for 30 days. You can keep doing that every day, asking yourself, what am I most grateful in my life right now? If you do that every single day, then I guarantee you, after a while, your mind will not go back to those fears of, am I good enough? Or I'm not capable, I'm not deserving. If you focus your mind every single day with the rituals of starting with gratitude or great morning questions about what you're already good at and what are you already proud of and what are you already enjoying in your life right now, then you are training your mind for success. And that ritual needs to start first thing in the morning. Not what do I have to do. What I have to do should be second. Because if you go straight to the do, you'll be on autopilot. And I don't know about you, but I know that I don't know how long I have left on this planet. I might have a day, I might have a month, I might have a year. But I'll be damned if I'm going to waste it with not being purposeful every day, not feeling good every day. If you had 30 days to leave, I bet most of you would focus on just enjoying your life for 30 days. And so sometimes we think we have plenty of time to get over our stories or over our beliefs. You don't know how much time you have. So why waste another day with a shitty story or a shitty belief? You deserve a magnificent life. Your family deserves a magnificent life. Your partner deserves a magnificent life. And how you show up has the ability to change all of that. So I want to know, what are you committed to doing from now on? Unmute yourself. Maybe you want to type, what are you committed to doing from now on? I want to hear about your new beliefs. The actions will come after, but it's about and that's what Kira said, you have everything you need to succeed in this business. I really do. That's why I joined Team Freestyle and Team Boss Babe. I love that we have everything we need to succeed in this business. So for every single one of you listening to this right now, on this call right now, you have what you need to succeed.
Hey, Corinne, can I speak? It's Danny Hay.
Hi, Danny.
How are you? Thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I just want to reiterate what you've just said. I've been in the business for since about the beginning of the year, and for a long time I've struggled with my self-belief, and I'm working through going back to when I was like 16 years old. I'm now 36. The anxiety and depression that I've struggled with my whole life and not really realised it. And one of my biggest things I've just recently learned is that I really struggle to ask for help.
Yes.
Now, with the personal development stuff that Juice Plus has helped me go through, on Monday my husband had an aneurysm and we are still struggling financially. And I just put it out there yesterday to ask for help financially. And I asked for $500, and all the generous people in the world have doubled that 10 times over. And I just want to say that if you ask, you will receive, and if you put in the good work and believe that you do deserve things, people will see that and they will believe in you too. And it's a lovely cycle of giving. We just got to believe you deserve it.
Perfect. And so what do you believe?
I believe now that I do deserve the good things that I've always wanted, that I'm a good person and I've got a lot to give. And so people will see that, and it's a cycle of giving back, and that I deserve to be given back to as well.
Wonderful.
And that it's not just about me, it's about my family, and I can't be selfish by holding on to my beliefs, my bad beliefs about myself. So thank you to you and all your Juice Plus family and everybody. So.
You're so welcome. Do you know, I certainly have had my own experiences where I've had phases of getting in what I would call close to depression, despite all the work that I've done, which surprised the heck out of me. But it, like having come through the other side of when I was depleted and I was stuck in just not feeling enough and not having hope for what's next, I realized it came back to, or a lot was influenced by my beliefs and what I was focusing in the moment and in the day, and whether I'd lost hope. If you've lost hope in yourself or you've lost hope in this business, it's because you're focusing on something. And just as quickly as you focus on that one thing that caused you, or the many things that have caused you to lose hope, you can put on that switch, flick it on, and you can change it and say, what do I believe in? What do I have faith in about this business?
Yeah.
And then every day retraining yourself. So can I ask, from this place forward, what's going to be different for you after having been on this call? And obviously I wish, is it your husband?
Yep.
All the best recovery and the fastest, quickest possible recovery, and that your family gets to be healthy and strong again. But from this place forward, what do you know to be true about what you need to do or how you need to show up or what's possible?
I know to be true that if, like what you were saying earlier on in the call about asking yourself, is that really true? Because after everything yesterday, I came back to the room and I had a quiet moment just to kind of chill out and get out of my head kind of thing. And it came to me like, what am I going to do? How are we going to get through this moving forward? And I don't like that the focus has to be on the money. And I kind of started going back into that routine of, okay, I'm going to have to go back to work. The grandma's going to have to look after the kids. It's going to be really, really hard work. And I thought, you know what? That's what I've done my whole life, and it's not getting us anywhere. So is that really true? And I said, and then this campaign that I saw for somebody else a few weeks ago or whatever came to my head, and I'm like, that could be the answer. I'll just ask. It can't hurt. People will just say no or whatever. If they don't like it, or if they think I'm doing it for the wrong reasons, that's their problem. I'm asking for help from the bottom of my heart, from a good place, and that's okay. And moving forward, that's the attitude I'm going to go with. Like, I know that my heart's in the right place, and I've only got good to give. So if people can't see that, that's their issue, not mine. I'm going to try and move forward positively with knowing that I'm a good person.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So with that, I guess I want you to notice again, what were her beliefs? She asked a possibility question when she had the belief of, well, is that really true? And do I really have to go back to work? And that old way didn't actually work for me. So she created doubt around her old belief, which is that was the way to help her family move financially forward. So again, when you see a negative thought come up or disempowering belief, ask yourself, is it really true? And then ask yourself again, well, what is true, or what could I do next? Until you come up with a good answer, keep asking yourself a better question, because you're only limited. What you find in your life comes back to the questions you ask yourself. And if you're not right now where you want to be in your life or in your business, and let's bring this back to your business, if you don't have the right team, well, my question would be, what does right mean? What does that even mean? Are you maybe in judgment of the people in front of you? And if you're judging, you're not helping them. You're not going to be able to influence them as a leader at all. So come back to that. And then ask yourself, well, am I raising them up? Am I teaching them? So that's the first one. The hardest part is getting team in front of you. And if your team isn't growing, ask yourself, what are you doing and what are you not doing that's working right now and not working? And then secondly, if you need to find more customers, or you're not finding customers, or you're having a problem actually getting to the path of three-way conversations, again, look at what's happening. What are your beliefs around that? Question your beliefs. Get some better beliefs in there. And then when you ask yourself a good question, you'll see some different results. So, for example, I looked at all my different posts, and I looked at my Instagram profile the other day and went, right, it's kind of like KPIs. I was trying to measure specifically, what have I been doing and what have the results been from what I'm doing? If you don't ask the question, you'll never know. That's why I'm asking you right now, for example, to look at your beliefs. And so I was looking at what I was doing, and then I went, right, okay, so it seems to be that the most responses I'm getting are from my food posts and my health posts. So that's where I need to focus more of my energy and attention, because at least the people I'm connecting with, that's what they're drawn to. So again, the only reason that I'm now able to now see what can come out of that is because I'm asking myself questions about the results that I've gotten up until this point in time. So for you, and I know that I want to be respectful of everyone's time, now that you have some great new beliefs, practice them every single day. If you find yourself not being resourceful, ask yourself a great question in that moment. Don't let it slide. Don't let yourself off the hook. Right? Ask yourself a resourceful question. When you're with your team, before you get on, put yourself in a good state. If you're going to have a three-way conversation, or you're going to go to the shops and talk to someone, or you're going to meet new people, put on your power song before you get there. Put yourself in a great feeling, and then go, what do I want to focus on? What would I like this interaction to be about? What's my outcome? If my outcome is just to connect because you're building relationships, that's a good outcome. If my outcome is to get more team on, well, what can I do? What do I need to focus on? So does anyone have any questions right now with what you've learned? Again, applying it to your business specifically. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments? If you still have a fear right now, and I'd like to hear it. I'd like to see it. Just type it in.
Hello, it's Donna again.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. My question is, Sharon Anios is my upline.
Yes.
So what's happening with me at the moment, when I get, like, when I'm in full force and connecting with people with conversations and all that type of thing, with the person's response, what I'm actually doing is actually screenshotting it and sending it to Sharon.
Yeah.
So my question is to you, how do I stop doing that? Like, answering it myself is my question.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, right now you are uncertain about how to answer, so you always screenshot it and go
Yes.
up and down.
Correct.
So can I ask, do you have tools and resources, and the JP Team Freestyle page is a good clue, do you have tools and resources that you know you can go to right now and print off? If you haven't printed it off, like, I don't know, what I have to do is shake you through the computer, go and print off the scripts.
I have printed them off.
Perfect. Well, then you just have to practice.
Okay.
That's
right.
it. Nobody can make you believe in you except you. When Kira does the trainings and all the incredible training we get, that's meant to inspire you and for you to get some great beliefs.
Okay.
But the mechanics, which is the how-to, they're there. So the only reason you keep going to Sharon is for one reason. What are you trying to get? You're trying to get
an answer.
Which makes you feel?
Yuck.
No. Why you're looking for something from Sharon? An answer that makes you feel what?
Empowering.
Right. So you're trying to feel empowered by whether she's going to tell you whether you're on the right track or not, right?
Yeah. Confirmation.
That's it. So that's it. When you start doubting yourself, you're looking for certainty. You're looking for confirmation. You're looking for validation that you're doing the right job. And obviously at the beginning, you want to do that until you feel like you've got the skills down pat.
Yes.
But there is a certain point in time where you need to take responsibility and just go, I have all the tools and resources I need to make this work.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
I have all the tools and resources I need. And until you believe that, write it on your mirror.
Okay.
You know, I told my kids yesterday, to use these liquid chalk pens, and I got them to write their beliefs for the week on their mirror that they look at every day. And they started with the sentence, 2 of the kids chose, I believe. It's as simple as that. I believe. And that's what they're focusing on every day. You can do this on your bathroom mirror. You can do this. I'm sure you can find a wall somewhere or a glass mirror somewhere to scribble on. But it starts with simple beliefs of, I believe in me. You have to start believing in you.
Can I add to that, Corina? Because this is something that comes up. And if you want to check the comments, people have written quite a few things there for you if you wanted to choose something. This happens a lot with my team. You know, I've got some team that have been with me 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, and they still doubt themselves when it comes to responding to certain messages. And I think I love the phrase, you know, what if you did know? And, you know, how do you think you should respond to this? And if you ask yourself those questions quite often, you might realize you actually do have the answer, especially if you've been in the business for a long time. Sharon's probably answered the same sort of questions many times. And so that information is in there, but you just have to trust in yourself enough. And maybe the next step is you send her what you think you should say, and then she might tweak it a little bit. And then after 2 or 3 times doing that, you will have all the answers and you won't need your upline to monitor every conversation. But it's having that willingness to take that step of faith that you actually do have a lot of the answers. And if you don't have them all, there are resources where you can go and get help, not just your upline.
Thank you. I see some other people's questions, which is one of them is, what if you're doing the actions and still no results? Well, first of all, I'd be asking, is that really true? You know, when you're putting up a post, are people liking them? Well, I already know from what I've learned so far, if somebody likes, that's a response. That means your post is working. Then it's my job to go and PM that person, go, thanks so much for liking my post, and starting a dialogue with them. So my first question is that really true? There's still no results. The second thing to look at is where in the chain between posting or connecting and having a conversation to the sending a link, to the three-way call, to them actually ordering product or signing up, am I losing them? You need to look at your results and go, where am I losing the people? Where am I stagnating or not getting the momentum? And then look at that. And again, like Kira said, it may not just be your upline, there might be somebody else or sideline that you can connect with and go, hey, I noticed you're really successful at this. What have you done? And ask them, say, hey, can I have 5 minutes of your time? I just want to know your strategy around this. So look at your results, first of all, and go, is that really true? Am I really not having any results? Secondly, find out where you're actually not having, where you might be losing people in the process, and then find a way to solve that gap or get more information for that specific thing. And then lastly, this is the key bit that it comes back to, 80% is beliefs. So somewhere along the line, there is a belief that you have that you're holding on to or too afraid to move through that's stopping you. So get real with yourself and look at, what is it that I'm doing? Am I sabotaging myself? Because we all have a belief that the ceiling is somewhere, that we can earn X, or that we can only have this many people, or I can only give so much time. Well, that belief is limiting you. And you need to look at that, whatever that belief is, whether it's I only have this much time. Well, goodness me, I was listening to a call the other day this week where one of the mums, she's rural and her husband works remotely, and she has 3 small children, twins included, and she gets up every morning at 5 a.m. Well, I had a story too about I only have so much time, but all of a sudden I got really excited, and guess what? I'm finding lots of time between 8 and midnight every single night. I'm finding time early in the morning, and I'm finding time in the 10 minutes that I'm in the car waiting in the school queue. You can find the time when you're motivated. So come back to, what are your beliefs, and is that really true? And then see how you can get the results you're looking for from either the resources you have in your team freestyle or the people that you already know. Let's see, another question. I'm just going to go through a few quick questions and wrap this up. I feel like I struggle with developing my vision. That's Cassie. And perfectionism gets in the way. So I'm just going to go straight to the point, Cassie. I'm going to love on you as I say this. Know that this comes from a complete place of love. Perfectionism is really just a fancy brand for saying I'm fearful. When you hold on to perfection, it's that you're so stuck to getting it right because you're too afraid of failing. And so whilst you can say, I want to get it right, and that's in our society, we acknowledge people for doing it perfect and doing it right. Well, the truth is, what result has that gotten you? Have you gotten to where you wanted to? It's the lowest standard that you can possibly have in your life, perfectionism, because it holds you back from going for what you really want. So my question is, would you rather be perfect, or would you rather have your life the way you want it right now? Because perfectionism isn't ideal. It can never be attained. So guess what? You can keep going for that mythical idea of what you think a perfect life would look like, or you can say, you know what? It's okay to fail. Because goodness me, if you have children or you know of little children in your life, are you ever going to say to them, I don't want you to walk until you can do it perfectly? You know? Are you going to say to a baby, don't say ba, 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 ba. That's not how we say, or da, da. It's daddy. Stop saying da, da. Like, you're not going to stop a child along the way for getting it kind of right. You're going to celebrate for getting it kind of right until they get it right. And so you have to celebrate you getting it kind of right. I have some goals. I went on this incredible trip with Kira to New Zealand, and I drank a fair bit of wine, and there's some consequences to the wine and the holiday, which is right now I was doing so well with my health up until that point, but I'm carrying 2 more kilos than I want to carry. And it irritates the shit out of me. It really does. And I am not going to indulge in myself and do a pity party. Instead, I'm going to go, okay, what's the truth? The truth is I don't feel good about me right now. So I need to go take some action on it. And go act on it. And I'm not going to say every day, oh, it's too hard, or I'm not going to lose the 2 kilos in a week or 2 weeks, so I'm going to give up now because I don't have my ideal body. So I may as well just eat my whole packet of chips and a whole tub of ice cream right now and just feel good in the moment because I feel sad for myself. No, I'm going to say it's going to take a while for me, because when I'm already healthy, 2 kilos is not that easy to lose. But it means me going every day, I'm going to do lots of things that are going to get me there, and I may not see the results for maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but it's going to be worth it. But as long as I wait till the perfect day or till all my ducks are lined up, I won't get there. So for you, whatever your story is, Cassie, that's holding you back about perfect is the lowest standard. If you want your dream life, you're going to have to celebrate yourself for taking action, the right action, no matter how small. So with that, is there anything else you want to have or share or say, Kira?
Oh, I have so many pages of notes. Thank you so much. This has been amazing, and I've been watching the comments, and everyone has taken so much out of this. I mean, right from the start, I think your first sentence was, if you want more than an average life, then you have to give more than an average effort. And it truly is that. Every single one of you have the choice right now for life to stay the same or for life to be even better. And it's not that you can't be grateful and happy with where you're at, but there's just so much joy and so much reward in growth, continuing to grow as a person, continuing to grow your income, contribute, and having more so that you can give more and do more, and even just be a better role model. I think that's one of the things I celebrate the most with my success, is what I'm able to show my kids now. I feel so much more confident in that. So yeah, I don't know. This has just been amazing. I really need to go over all my notes. You've given me lots of new coaching and advice for the team, so it's so good. Don't be surprised if I'm repeating everything that you said, lots.
Perfect. So with that, I want to thank everyone for your time. I want you to know that as I say these things, and even be mindful, Kira and Adam say so many incredible things, and sometimes it might feel like they're kicking us up the butt a bit, but that's because they're our fearless leaders holding us accountable. And if they're not going to hold us accountable and hold that space for you, then who will? So for you, just know that as I've said these things, don't judge yourself for what you're not doing. But goodness me, look at what maybe some of the truth is for what you've been till this point, and some of the beliefs you've had, and just change them. You can. You really can. And it's just one step at a time. You create one new belief today and follow through with practicing that new belief. That will show up a different result in your business. Take one new action from your new belief today, and that means your business results will be different. You will get there, and it'll start with your great beliefs, but you have to put them into practice. So put on your party song, put on your power song, whatever that is. And with that, I wish you a great day. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Corina. We so appreciate you.
Thank you so much for everything, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.